Hi everyone. I have to say I'm amazed that there's already 5 people subscribed to this channel, and so many people actually left a comment in my last and first video saying that I can do it. It was very nice, and I think it shows one of the nicest, kindest parts of the internet. So thank you for that, and for giving me the motivation to keep moving forward and to actually do another video, which I think it's a lot of fun. I don't know. I'm not even editing this. I'm just, opening photo booth on my Mac and just doing this, but I think it's fun. So thanks. I would like to give an update so this has been my first week. I mean, it's not fully over yet, but I rather do this on Fridays. So this is the first week. It's basically over. And I'm very sad to say that I am behind on my goals already. I've tried really, really hard. My goal for this week was to know 500 words. And it's very difficult to know the exact amount of words that I know, but I think it's somewhere around 220. So it's not even half of my goal. Yeah, I think it's like a big hairy goal what I have here. It's not that easy. But yeah, no excuses. Should have done better. Still gonna try, to keep going, do it faster. And another goal that I had for this week was to know one Finnish song by heart, and I have not done that either. I would like to give an excuse for that as well, but I don't have one. Just that I just didn't do it. Does this mean I'm not taking it seriously? I'm still taking it super seriously. I'm using a lot of time on this, and I'm still convinced. Maybe I'm crazy. I know, naive, whatever you want. I'm still convinced I can make it. I'm still convinced in almost 5 weeks now, I will go to Finland and I will be able to hold a basic, decent conversation. Maybe I'm completely delusional. I don't know. But I like being this delusional. I find it very motivating. So, something that has happened, and maybe people who have used DuoLingo know this feeling. And I wasn't quite aware of this because for now I have used DuoLingo for languages that I kind of already knew just to improve them. But I got very angry at DuoLingo this week. Like, I shouted at my phone like crazy. Like, but you don't explain it to me. And I think this is a common issue. And if someone in DuoLingo listens, they probably know it already. But they still don't do anything about it. I understand they want to keep an easy road, but showing absolutely no grammar whatsoever is not keeping an easy road. And I have felt really, truly stupid for this. But at first, it was kind of, because it was sentences like, I am Finnish, like, I know, you are nice, like Sina olet mukava. That's fair, all good. But suddenly, DuoLingo decided from 1 second to the other to teach me 7 different verbs in all their declinations, and just assumed I would automatically know what is what. And I don't. Like, I know it sounds so stupid. I don't know how to explain it. But if you know nothing about a language, like nothing, and suddenly they come with, you are singing, and then they are singing. Well, in English it sounds pretty easy, but I'm going to talk about that right now. When you don't know anything about a language, it's extremely confusing. I have been that chapter of DuoLingo, I only made mistakes because I couldn't understand Like I felt what I needed is Duolingo telling me, look, this is the verb to dance, and this is how you decline it. I dance, you dance, he dances, we dance, That's what I needed. I felt I needed that. But Duolingo did not do it. They just decided to give me random sentences. And it was just with 6 different verbs. And it started being a huge mess in my head. I felt stupid. I felt confused. So anyway, what did I do? I started using a new tool, and this new tool is ChatGPT. So I went to ChatGPT and I explained him my issues. I said, I'm starting to learn Finnish. I'm confused with the verbs and their declinations. So can you please tell me the verbs to be, to dance, to stand, to sit, to laugh, and to cry? I think those were all. Can you just give them to me so I can learn them? And ChatGPT was so nice, and he was, yeah, of course. And then he was like, to be, hola, mina, olen, sina, olet, han, on. And then he gave everything. And then I wrote them down, and now I read them every day, and that helps. But seriously, why doesn't Duolingo do that? It just creates a mess in your brain. And now I have a mess in my brain. And I think that might be the reason why I'm behind on my word count. It's because I still have a mess in my brain, and I had to go back and redo the mess. Anyway, and there's another thing I realized about Duolingo, and is if you have the chance to learn a language in another language, that's not English, that's better. Like, I don't know why I choose English. It's true that you have more languages to choose from if you learn in English. But it's very shitty to learn in English. And the reason is that English is a very simple language compared to most of the other languages. And there are already 2 issues I have been having. The first one is that in English, there's absolutely no difference between the second person singular and the second person plural. It's like you one person are crazy. That's your person are crazy. But you group of 10 people, you are crazy. It's exactly the same. Whilst in other languages, it's usually not the same. Like, for example, in Spanish, if I were to say, you one person are crazy, I would say, tú estás loca. But if you group of 10 people are crazy, I would say, vosotros estáis locos. See, it's completely different. It's the same in German. Du bist verrückt, ihr seid verrückt. Not the same. It is the same in English. So it has happened a few times that Duolingo is asking me to translate a sentence that's in the second person, but Duolingo is not telling me if he's looking for the second person plural or the second person singular. So I just choose one, and then I always end up choosing the wrong one. So, WTF. And what is also bothering me is that most languages, again, for choosing English, most languages have a formal tone of voice when you talk to, I don't know, like your boss or to an older person or whatever. English does not have that. I've read somewhere that it's supposed to be formal, but I don't think anybody really takes it that formal. So what's happening as well is that there's a confusion when you're learning something in a language that uses a formal tone of voice, because Duolingo does not tell you we are looking here now for the formal tone of voice or for the informal tone of voice. Like, again, excuse me in Spanish, informal would be perdona, and formal would be perdone. I know I just chose a word that's not very different, but it is different. And the same is in German, and the same happens in Russian, and apparently the same happens in Finnish. Like, every single language has a formal tone of voice, just English doesn't. So that's very confusing. So Duolingo is confusing me. apart from that, I think that's my whole update for now. I am also learning a lot about Finland. So if I have the time, I will do a short video to tell you about something that I have learned about Finland that I think it's really cool. Just to share it with all of you people. And yes, and then for next Friday, I hope I don't hate DuoLingo that much and that I have managed to learn 1 or 2 songs by heart. And maybe I have the guts to say something in Finnish. So that's it. Apart from that, I wish you a wonderful day. Bye.